This is on the Daily Mail. Shocking video shows Arizona police officers forcing their way into a home to remove an unvaccinated toddler who had a 105-degree fever after a doctor reported his parents to authorities. The officers were called to a home to check on a 2-year-old boy with a high fever. The doctor who had seen the boy feared the unvaccinated child had meningitis and reported the parents when they did not take him to the hospital. So here we go. Go to the doctor to find out what it is. Oh, he has this. We need to give him a shot. Parents don't like the shot. All right, the doctor feels like he has to do something, so he reports you to the police. The police come and bust open your door, and it wouldn't be such a bad thing if, I guess they did try to knock nicely at first, but it's like one of those things, if you don't listen to us, we're just going to bust in and take your kid. The article says the child actually had an upper respiratory infection. In the video, the officers from the Chandler Police Department are seen kicking down a door to the home with their guns drawn and holding what appeared to be a police shield as they entered with caution. The officers were at the home to remove the 2-year-old boy after a doctor reported his family to the Arizona Police Department of Child Safety. The doctor feared that the child had meningitis when he actually had an upper respiratory infection. We get some pictures here on screen. According to ABC 15, the neuropathic doctors said told DCS that the child had been unvaccinated after his parents brought him in for a checkup in February with a fever of more than 100 degrees. The doctor then told parents to take the child to the emergency room, but his fever broke after the doctor's visit, so they never went. So what's wrong with that? Right?
It can happen.
When the doctor found out the parents never took the child to the emergency room, he called DCS. DCS then called Chandler Police to check on the child. According to ABC, the boy's father refused to let the police inside the home. The officers returned a short time later with a search warrant and forced their way into the home after the family didn't respond to their orders. State Representative Kelly Townsend, I watched this video, she even admits that it was out of control. Kelly Townsend, who helped get the legislation passed that requires DCS to get a search warrant to remove the child from their home in a non-emergency situation, condemned the incident. After seeing the footage, she told the station that this is not the country that I recognize. At what point, who now owns control over the child? And it seems like we've given all that to the doctor, and the parent no longer has any say, or they risk the SWAT team taking all of your children. This is kind of like why you get to the point where you almost fear having kids, because, I can't really speak for myself because I never really wanted any, but you start to see it as a liability. So it's like, I want to do what's best for the kid. I don't want him to get vaccinated. I want to give him the best non-brainwashing education I can. Oh, if you don't conform to them, you're not giving them the shots, they're going to come bust your door down. It's crazy stuff. I'm going to play the clip here of the police actually breaking in, because this is where it gets pretty damn heavy. Where is it? Here it is. Great. As it buffers up. And who would imagine something like this happening?
Hey, allergy.
After this quick sponsor, folks. So, yeah, you wake up and, don't come back. And then they go get their police warrant, come back, barge in. This is scary stuff. So here we go.
It's the type of scene that looks more like police trying to take down a fugitive. Busting down a door, guns drawn, but no fugitive. Instead, police are looking for a 2-year-old believed to have an extremely high fever. State Representative Kelly Townsend says she's troubled by the video. She's played a big role in getting legislation passed requiring DCS to get a search warrant to remove children from their home in a non-emergency situation. But she says she never thought this would be the result.
The doctor chose to use DCS to remove the child, and DCS chose to use the police, and the police chose to use the SWAT team. And that is not the country that I recognize.
Townsend says this all started back in February when the parents took the 2-year-old, who isn't vaccinated, to a naturopathic doctor for a fever of about 105. The doctor instructed the parents to take the infant to the emergency room, but after the doctor's visit, the child's fever broke, so they never went. After finding that out, the doctor called DCS, which then called Chandler police to check on the child. The father refused to let police into the home. Later that night, cops come back with a search warrant.
At that point, who now owns
Arms drawn,
control
shields
over
up.
the child? And it seems like we have given that now to the doctor, and the parent no longer has the say, or they risk the SWAT team taking all of their children and potentially the newborn.
You can say this is a rare case or whatever. The fact is that this is happening, and the fact that it's happening is pretty damn scary and really makes you, oh my God, I better fall in line, or otherwise they're going to come bust my door down like that. And, you know, you could get shot, and if you don't conform to what they say, oh my God.
Crazy, crazy stuff, right?
All right, let's just end on that note. Like I said, folks, next week we will not be here live. Because I'll be at a conference. If you weren't here earlier in the show, I'll be at a conference, not a UFO conference. I sure as hell wish it was. Pete will be there. I discussed we're going to do a show with him. We're going to film that probably Monday night. I'm going to see if we can do it live Monday night. If we can't do it live Monday night, we will do it as a pre-record, and I'll post it later. I'll probably actually set it to go live at this time on Tuesday, but we'll see how that goes. That being said, folks, Dan Hohlfeld signing out. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Visit k2d4network.com today.